wars and rumors of wars.
Israel has declared it is at war after Hamas militants confirmed they fired thousands of rockets from Gaza overnight.
I waited to do this video because I wanted to see how many people were still asleep. And honestly, I have been surprised that there are many people that are awakened during this time, or that are at least starting to wake up during this time, and they are questioning what they are hearing and seeing from the mainstream media. Did you notice the moment that this all happened, that all tweets, all your politicians, all your celebrities, the president of the United States, everybody had to respond? All the presidential candidates, right? Even Robert F. Kennedy Jr. say, oh, I'm not with the deep state. All of them had to respond. Every news media outlet, every politician, your congressmen, your senators, nothing about the American people, nothing about inflation or gas prices or the cost of housing or the mortgage interest rates, none of that. All eyes on the war in Israel immediately.
A nation at war with Hamas, which controls the Gaza Strip. More than 1,100 people have been killed on both the sides since the war broke out on Saturday.
All eyes on the war in Israel, but I have noticed that the people of America are starting to wake up, stating, why would Hamas attack Israel? Why would a small fraction, tiny little fraction of Islam or these Muslims or Arabs attack Israel, who has nuclear weapons? I keep telling y'all that, but y'all don't, most of y'all don't realize that Israel has nuclear weapons. They're the only country in the Middle East that have nuclear weapons. So why would a country, a small fraction of terrorists, they call these people terrorists, why would they attack Israel? What is their motive? See, in court, they have to give a motive for the murder. What would be the motive? Because the moment they attack Israel, what would happen? Exactly what's happening right now. Israel will go plummet and destroy the entire country, killing women, men, and children. So what would benefit Hamas, who love their women and children? What would benefit them to shoot a little small, tiny rocket or go blow up a building in Israel? Not to mention the fact that them even getting it into that country is a whole nother story. But the point is, what is the motive? Oh, Lord, we're finna get into this today. It sounds to me like this is all an excuse for a war. Sounds to me like they wanted to go to war with Hamas. Sounds to me like it benefits them and not them. You understand what I'm saying? To go to war. And in these last days, the Bible said that it would be so. Matthew 24:6, you will hear of wars and rumors of war, but see to it that you are not alarmed. Such things must occur, but the end is still to come, meaning that the end is on its way. The end is still coming. Wars and rumors of war. This is going to get good. Wars and rumors of wars. I'm going to tell y'all right off top, there is no such thing as Hamas. Just like there is no such thing as the Taliban or Al-Qaeda. You ever heard of the CIA or the FBI? Good versus evil. They just create and conjure to us what is good versus evil.
For apologizing for our support for Israel. There's no apology to be made. None. It is the best $3 billion investment we make. Were there not an Israel, the United States of America would have to invent an Israel to protect her interest in the region. The United States would have to go out and invent an Israel.
Lord, Republicans and Democrats, oh, Lord, somebody help me preach this thing today. There ain't no such thing. They control all sides, control opposition. They are in charge. Hamas, they create Hamas, Taliban, Al-Qaeda. These people don't exist. Are you a crackhead? These people don't exist. You really believe that in these last days? Or if you still believe that in these last days, you're under strong delusion. When they went to Colombia, when they wanted to build the Panama Canal, they created Panama. They created, dissent amongst the Colombian people, went in there and gave another faction of the group money and said, "Yeah, y'all gonna be called Panama now." Literally, Panama didn't exist. It wasn't a country, it was part of Colombia. When, and then the Iran-Contras, they created them people. The Taliban was called the Afghanistan Freedom Fighters when America went into Afghanistan to get the cocaine, the poppy seeds back in the day when they was fighting against Russia over who was going to control the poppy seeds. Those Taliban, those exact same people, not a different group of people, the exact same people were called Afghan Freedom Fighters. 20 years later, they were called the Taliban. You people are insane in these last days. There is no such thing as Hamas. This is a created organization, a created group of people that whenever they want to start a war or say they are evil, they blew up a building. Oh yeah, who was 9/11? Weapons of mass destruction. They went in there and find nothing. Are you crazy? Right? Oh, and then anytime they have a dictator or a president or anybody there, look at this. Let me break this down. Let me break this down for y'all. Anytime they have a president that is anti-Western European influences, he's a dictator, or she's a dictator, or they or you know what they always say they're killing kids, just like what Saddam was saying, they're killing kids. Libya, Muammar Gaddafi, he's over there killing kids. Anytime it's somebody that has an anti-Western sentiment. But check this out, Saddam Hussein and Muammar Gaddafi were the United States allies for 50 years. But the moment they had anti-Western sentiment, he's an illegitimate president and he's a dictator. But he was never called a dictator. Just like in Saudi Arabia, they're dictators, but they're not called dictators because they're cool with America. But the moment they ever switch against America, oh no, hell no, we don't like them. Syria was a country that was, oh my God, Lord help me preach this thing, had great ties with the West. The moment they had anti-Western sentiment, oh, they're terrorists, kill them, blow up. I'm trying to show you how they put these labels on people or on organizations. They create these dissents. They create, oh Lord, chaos. Oh Lord, help me. It's on the back of the dollar. Out of chaos, order. What is it? Bruno Uno, whatever. Maybe I shouldn't even say it. Try to even say it in Latin. That might be a demonic saying. Might put some kind of demon on me if I say that. Lord, let me preach this thing. 2 Thessalonians 2:9. For this reason, God sends them powerful delusion so that they believe the lie, so that all will be condemned who have not believed the truth, but have delighted in wickedness. In these last days, many people are still believing the lie. Many people are under this strong delusion. I want to give you another scriptures real quick. Matthew 13:10. Look at this. Why do you speak to people in parables? He replied, because the knowledge of the secrets of the kingdom of heaven has been given to you, but not to them. Truth be told, the truth has been given to you, but not to them. They are under strong delusion and believes a lie. You can walk right up to them in their face and say that I can walk right up to them right in their face and say, I'm a white woman. And they go with it. They believe anything that comes out of their mouth. There's so many people like that in the world right now. They tweeting right now, prayers for, you know what I'm saying? Or, prayers for them. They got nuclear weapons. They don't need no prayers. And one of the strongest militaries in that entire region, what they need prayers for a little small fraction, the country and a little small fraction of people, they don't need no prayer. They can destroy them overnight just like that. They conjure up, oh my God, y'all don't understand, wars and rumors of wars.
We're very close to World War III, and this won't be army tanks running against each other and shooting each other. This won't be airplanes flying in the air. These are weapons of mass destruction. These are weapons of destruction that the likes of which nobody has ever seen before.
Wars and rumors of wars. Out of chaos comes order. This is the CIA. This is the FBI. This is literally who this is. I was going to talk to y'all about, I was going to say real quick too, how in Mexico, right, any of the Mexican drug dealers that sells to the FBI and the CIA, you don't hear nothing about them. They are friends and they're allies. Or the Latino drug dealers, the Colombian drug dealers, like Pablo Escobar, when he was selling to the CIA and to the FBI, he was cool. The moment he started didn't want to sell with them and didn't want to deal with them no more, what was he called? A cartel. The Mexican cartel, that's also conjured. It's also conjured. All of this is conjured. They create these titles and create bad versus evil, Republicans versus Democrat, and they push us against each other because that's the only way that they can keep power. Oh, Lord, help me preach this. And let me move on. Wars and rumors of war. I can keep on that, but wars and rumors of war. But I have spoken to y'all about, I'm going to give y'all some more Bible on this, or what's going on. I have spoken to y'all about Revelations, the seals, and how the seals are being broken. I talk about the first seal, the seal of conquer, the second seal, peace being taken from the earth, the third seal, inflation, which you see rampant all over the country, all over the world. And it seems like we've been stuck on this third seal for a long time. But at the same time, maybe we have not. And maybe we had already been kind of moving under the fourth seal, which is war, famine, and a plague. But now you're starting to see war coming a little bit stronger, right? You see it start to come a little bit stronger because check this out. This is what's so funny about this whole Israel thing is that we were just not we, but the American politicians were just arguing over aid to Ukraine. One of the reasons that Matt Gaetz, cooed out Kevin McCarthy was because he secretly did a backdoor deal with Biden to give aid to Ukraine. But now what they're going to do is they're going to put the aid to Ukraine in the same bill as the aid to Israel, to their war. And now, guess what? All American politicians, guess they got to do? They got to vote for it, right? Because if they don't, what they going to be called? We can't even say it in this video. You know who in charge? You can't even look. You got to walk on eggshells even talking about them in a video. And we in a whole nother country. Your politicians can't criticize them. The celebrity can't criticize. You in a whole other country. You can talk bad about China all day long. You can talk bad about Russia all day long. You can criticize Russia, China. You can criticize Iran, Colombia. You can criticize any nation on the planet, but you criticize Israel, boy, I promise you. Okay, look, Elon Musk found that out. He thought he was a billionaire. Boy, we print the money. You crazy? He insane. They took all his sponsors. He thought he was a billionaire, thought he was secluded. Trump found that out too. See how they rigged the election, got him up out of there? Boom, boy, who you think you talking to? No, then he had to come back, go kiss the wall. Oh yeah, I love you guys. Yeah, I bet you do. Right? And you see every speech, he got to come out, you know what I'm saying? Kiss the ring. That's what it is. I'm telling you, this is what it is. The Bible talks about it, Revelations 3:9, 2:9. I don't even want to talk, even want to say what it says. I'm gonna get banned. I'm trying not to get this video banned so y'all can get this truth. But the Revelation's fourth seal is the war, famine, and plague. Lord, help me preach this thing. The fourth horseman of the apocalypse. Revelation 6 and 7. When the Lamb opened the fourth seal, I heard a voice of the fourth living creature say, "Come." And I looked, and there before me was a pale horse. Lord, the pale horse is here. Its rider was named Death and Hades and was following close behind him. Oh, I'm sorry. Its rider's name was Death. And Hades was following close behind him. They were given power over a fourth of the earth to be killed by the sword. A fourth is going to be killed by war, famine, and plague, and the wild beasts of the earth. A fourth of the earth killed by the sword, war, famine, plague, and the wild beasts of the earth. And it looks like we're headed that way. It looks like, without question, we are headed that way. Like I said, they're going to package this in a bill. They're going to have a, because of course they got to give aid to Israel for their war. Right? Oh, Lord forbid, right? We allow them to, you know what I mean? So anyways, they got to give money to them for their war. And they're going to put the Ukraine, they're going to put that in, that's in the same, you watch and see what I tell you. And they're going to put that in the same package. And they're going to say, this is just them flexing their muscle on on the American politicians and saying, one, they want them to make the Speaker of the House to be pro-Israel. Think about that you have to be pro another country in America. You don't even got to be pro-America. You don't even have to pledge to do right by the American people, but you have to pledge to do right by a country way in another way over in another hemisphere, right, on another continent. It's crazy, right? Never mind the fact that America has already gave them $270 billion, over $270 billion. Never mind the fact that there's record inflation in America. So what I'm trying to show you is they turned the narrative on this. The narrative was just about your mortgage rates. The narrative was just about your gas prices. The narrative was just about protecting your border. Right? It was about protecting your border. The narrative was just about how many Americans are living paycheck to paycheck and how many Americans have been running up their credit cards. That was what the narrative was about. But now all of a sudden your politicians going out to the rallies. The point is that we are being duped. As usual, these wars are fabricated. Israel is in no danger, zero danger at this point in time. They're in zero danger of a small little fraction of a group of Hamas. They are that wouldn't hurt them at all. I mean, now if all of them nations, all of them together, all came together and then all at once came after them, then yeah. But that's the reason why over the years, in the last 50 years, they've been taking them all out one by one. Syria, Yemen, Iraq. They've been having the United States of America take them out for them all one by one. Syria, Yemen, Iraq, Egypt, the Egyptian president, America cooed him out of there. Libya, anybody that was in that region that said anything negative to them, they make America, the woman riding on the beast. The woman controls the beast. The woman is in control of America's the beast. There's a woman riding on her. Okay. She's called Babylon, Mystery Babylon, because she's a mystery, because you don't know who she is. But she's riding on top of this beast, America, and she tells her what to do. Go to war in Iraq. Go to war in Libya. Go to war in Vietnam. Bet you didn't know that either, huh? Oh, wait, go to World War I. Go to war. You going to war. World War II, you go to war. They make the beast go fight for him. I put the video in where he said, what he said, Netanyahu said they call us little Satan and y'all big Satan.
Israel and the United States share common values, that we defend common interests, that we face common enemies. Iran's leaders know that too. You know, for them, you're the great Satan, we're the little Satan. For them, we are you and you are us. And you know something, Mr. President? At least on this last point, I think they're right. We are you and you are us. We're together.
So the woman is riding on the beast. God, help me preach this thing. But this is the military industrial complex at work as usual. Though they believe that they are working for their best interest and for our destruction, God is going to use what they think is their plan to fulfill his plan to bring about their ruin. And that's a fact, Obadiah 1:6. But how Esau will be ransacked, his hidden treasures pillaged, all your allies. God, I should get into that deep. All your allies will force you to the border. Your friends will deceive and overpower you. Those who eat your bread will set a trap for you, but you will not be able to detect it. Wars and rumors of wars. Wars and rumors of wars. I've gone too long. The prophecies and scriptures are really literally being lived out right before our very eyes right now. And I just heard Joe Rogan. I was literally just listening to him talk about this subject. And he says that when he even heard them declare war and, hearing about the bombings and the shootings and just all the destruction and everything going on over there, he said it gives him anxiety. And I know that many Americans and many people around the world, I should say, are feeling the exact same way, right? Giving them anxiety, war. It's like, dang, in 2023, people are still thinking about dropping bombs on people. In 2023, people still want to kill women and children. Lord, I'm preaching to somebody right now. It has to be Satan, right? But I felt this exact same way. At least I used to. I would probably say 6 months to a year ago. Anytime I would read the prophecies and revelations and all of the judgments and tribulations that were to come on the world, it would give me this terrifying feeling. It would give me this worrisome and frightening feeling. But I have learned that as I see these prophecies unfold, oh Lord, thank you, that it is a time to rejoice, that it is not a time to be fearful, but it is a time to be glad. Because just as those judgments and tribulations have been prophesied by God, and we see them come into pass right before our very eyes, that means that the same, our salvation and our restoration will also come to pass, Lord, I thank you, right before our very eyes, it says in Zephaniah 3:19, Revelations 18:20, rejoice over her, you heavens, rejoice, you people of God, rejoice, apostles and prophets. Another verse says, rejoice, saints, oh Lord, I thank you, for God has judged her with the judgment she imposed on you. Wars and rumors of wars. Receive this message in the name of Christ. Amen. Amen. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you haven't already, please go subscribe to my new exclusive content page at leodunsonministries.com. You can also go to leodunson.com and hit the subscribe button, but that's leodunsonministries.com. Thank you so much, and may the glory of God, his blessings and his purpose be upon you. Shalom.